In this video, I'll be working through the question you can see on the screen here from the summer 2025 Cambridge A-Level Maths Mechanics paper 4.2. I'm going to try and show you how to do this question and not just the solution. So definitely pause and rewatch certain parts if you need to. If you're looking for a different question from this paper or a different paper entirely, check out the description below. You should be able to find a playlist there or have a look around on my channel. Okay, let's get into the maths.
I often think mechanics must be quite like an English exam, especially for students that English is not their first language, because you do have to read quite a lot of information and turn that information into maths, or in this case, into a picture. Because question 4, part A, give you this empty velocity and time graph, but they tell you quite a long story, and you need to fill in the information in it. The information they want you to fill in is the speed of a car between point A and B. So we'll start A at time 0, and we'll just put in B. I'll put it down here because I want to leave a little room for, I think it's part B or C. So this is the time it passes position A, and this is the time it passes position B. I don't know where those positions actually are. They're not on they might not be on a straight line or anything like that. Okay, the story they tell us that I'm going to try and put in a graph is this. They tell us at the moment it passes point A, it's traveling at 15 meters per second. It then tells me it accelerates for the next 30 seconds. So between here and let's say 30 is here, it accelerates at 0.4. Now, how do you draw acceleration on a velocity graph? Acceleration is velocity going up with a slope. The slope of this is 0.4. Okay, and it goes to this point. So we can actually find this number. They would probably want us to find that number for part A. We definitely need it for part B. So we would like to find this number. That's just a triangle that has a length 30 down here and a slope of 0.4. So a slope 0.4 is equal to the y divided by the x. So 30 in this case. So that's y is equal to 12 if I'm doing my maths right. This height here is 12. This height between here and here is 12. That means this number here is 27. The next thing they tell us is that the car moves at a constant speed. What does that look like? It looks like this. It's just a straight line. And it does this for 3t seconds. So we'll say to some point here. This is not 3t. That's probably a mistake some students made. This is from here to here. From here to here is 3t seconds. So this actual time here is 30 plus 3t. That's the total time from the start we write in there. Next, they tell us that t is less than 30. That'll be important later on. The car then decelerates. Accelerate was a slope up. Decelerate is a slope down. Just to be clear, the slope down was 0.2. So it actually went down much shallower than it went up. You wouldn't really lose any marks for that. This is just a sketch. We just want to give us an idea. Although it's a good idea to put this a lot shallower. And the time there is t. So there, my drawing's already pretty bad because this time is t. This time is 3t. This should be 3 times bigger than this one. But again, it's just a sketch. We're just getting an idea here. So this number is t bigger than this number. So it's 30 plus 4t is what we got. This would give you full marks. You could, I suppose, fill in this number here. We will need it for part B. But no, I don't think they would care too much for part A. It would involve looking at this triangle over here. Like I said, we need this for part B anyway. This triangle over here, we know it's t wide. What's its height? We know its slope is 0.2. So I guess this y number here, this 0.2 must equal some y height divided by t. So that y height is actually 0.2 t. This number here is 0.2 t. So this number here is 27 take away 0.2 t. I'm almost positive they do not require this for part A, but maybe they would. You certainly will need to do it for part B, so it probably was a good idea to put it back into your part A. But anyway, okay, let's move on to part B.
If you are finding my videos useful and would like to help the channel out, on top of liking and subscribing, probably the best thing you could do is to tell other people doing the exam about my channel. Maybe you could share this video in a class WhatsApp group. Then if you feel I've really deserved it and you would like to buy me a coffee, you could become a member on YouTube or on Patreon. You should find links to that in the description below.
They tell us that the distance from A to B is 2,750. Now, just like when they talked about acceleration, you should know it's a slope that goes up. When they talk about distance, what we actually know, it's the distance, it's the area underneath this. So this 2,750 is actually equal to this drawing here. The area of this drawing, which we can break up into multiple parts. The area of this is equal to 2,750. At this point, it's not actually a difficult question. It's just a bit tedious. Let's add up all the areas in here. We know some of these numbers. That's 30. That's 15. This is 30 again. That's what we found out, that was 12, wasn't it? Yeah, over here. This number we don't know. It's 3t. That's all we can call that. The height here is 27. We do know that. This number here is t. This height, that's actually the work we just did, is the number we need there. That's 27 minus 0.2 t. And this triangle in here, this height here was 0.2 t. Let me squeeze that in. 0.2 t. And again, that's a t there. Let me rub out this right hand side, and I'm going to add up all of these areas in one big equation, because I then know the answer is that. And if you look, the only unknown here is t, and I have an equation, so I should be able to rearrange things and find t. So all of these areas, let me cheat and use my notes here. All of these, well, let me write it the slow way first. All these areas are 30 times 15. That's this box down here. Then this triangle is a half, 30 times 12. This big box here is, I'm just adding all these up, is 3t multiplied by 27. This box here is t multiplied by 27 minus 0.2 t. And this last triangle here is half times 0.2 t multiplied by another t. And we know the answer is 2,750. Let me clean all this up. This one would be 450. This would be 180. This would be 81 t. This would break into two parts. This would be 27t minus 0.2 t squared. And this one would be 0.1 t squared. Let's clean that up even more. All the numbers, these two would combine to get 630. I hope I've lost a bit of light there. Hopefully the camera has adjusted and you can still see me. The t's, so that's this one and this one got here. The t's on their own are these two. They're both plus. That should be plus 108 t. And then the things with t squared in it. That's 0.1, take away 0.2, so that's minus 0.1 t squared. All that equals 2,750. Let's move everyone onto the right to make, because this is a quadratic. I want to make this term a positive. So I'll get 0.1 t squared. I'll get minus 108 t, and I will get this number minus that one, which is plus 2,120. and that equals 0. Believe it or not, you can factorize this, multiply everyone by 10, this would become a 1, but you're left with 21,000 here. That it turns out 20 and 1060 go into this, and they do combine to make 1080, which is here. So you could factorize it. Good luck to you if you can do that. I'm just going to do it with the minus b formula. T is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root b squared minus 4 ac over 2a. In this case, that would be minus 108, so 108, plus or minus the square root of minus 108 squared minus 4 times a, which is 0.1, times c, which is 2120, all divided by 2 times this, which is 2 times 0.1. Clean this up. I'll have to use a bit more room over here. We'll get 108 plus or minus. Put all this into a calculator. It comes out evenly. Where do I have it? It comes out as 104. This divided by 0.2. Can I squeeze all this in? I think I can. So that means this turns out to be 4 over 0.2, or it turns out to be 212 over 0.2. That's just 20. And this is 1060. There are your 2 possible answers to this question. Except remember, they told you that t had to be less than 30. So the examiner does want to see you discount that, or just put t equals 20 at the end. They want to see just one answer, not 2 of them, because of that number there. And that's it. That's it for part B. Let me clear a little bit of room. We'll keep the drawing and we'll do part C. Right, in part C, it tells us that the car continues on its journey from point B here, and it decelerates at a uniform 0.5 until it comes to rest at a point C. Okay, coming to rest, first of all, is a speed of 0. So it comes down at a slope of 0.5 to some point down here at point C. They ask us then to find the total distance from A to C. That's just, again, the area of all of this. We already found out the area of all of this. We know it's 2000. We didn't find it out. We were told the area of the first part. So really, all they're asking, and because you didn't have to draw a picture, it just helps me as a teacher. All they're really asking is this last triangle here. This last triangle here, what is the area of that? That's ultimately what this comes down to. If it helps, by the way, well, it won't really help, but let me, we know this number is 20 now, so that's 3 20s are 60. That's actually 90. We know this is 80 plus 30, that's 110. They do not tell us the time it took to get here. But we actually know the height of this triangle. We worked it out earlier. It's 27, take away 0.2 t's. 0.2 multiplied by 20 is 4. It's 27 minus 4. That's 23. The height of this triangle is 23. The slope is 0.5, wasn't it? So we know 0.5 must equal the height divided by the time down here, the y divided by the x. So let's put in x here. Rearrange this, we'll get x is equal 23 over 0.5, which is equal 48. This time here is 48. This time down here is 156. You don't need this, by the way. I just like to complete the drawing. We do need this here. Like I said, we're looking for this area. This area here is equal to half 23 times 46, which comes out at 529. There's 3 marks for this last question. You would only get 2 for that, even though that's all the work really. They didn't ask for this triangle. I said that's all you need. They didn't ask for it. They asked for the total area. What they really want, the actual answer they want, is 2,750 plus 529. And that is 3,279. What are we in an area here? Meters squared. That's the full answer for part C. Okay, that's all the answers for question 4. If you have any follow-up questions, you want to ask me something, use the comments below. I'll do my best to get back to you. Thanks for watching and have a great day.